Hey everyone, I'm back with another video. It's been very long since I last posted. I can't blame anyone but myself, but I obviously love making videos just for the love of the game. There's really nothing here for me to say I'm doing it for, but if we're going to get into the topic, definitely wanting to recap my year, my 2025, because I honestly couldn't have imagined it going this way. But what I want to do today, not only recap my 2025, I also want to learn, I want to mention what I've learned and how I've grown from it. I don't know how to explain it, and giving an intro is only making it harder, so we're just going to start. Obviously, I wrote down some stuff on my iPad, because who doesn't? Going into 2025, I made a vision board, as one does, and I'm hoping for all the glamorous things of it to come to fruition. And I kind of made this statement at some point, but I didn't know I was going to stick to it because it wasn't really on my vision board. I said something along the lines of I want to stop like bending over backwards for people. I want to stop doing the most for people and feeling really unappreciated in the end. Girl, words are powerful. Words are powerful because I was not prepared for what was going to follow through. So, obviously, saying that, I went through two friendship group breakups, and one of them happened like right off the bat, like literally January. Obviously, things were leading up to these situations and me having to let go of a couple of friends, but I honestly couldn't be happier, and I have to continue to let these lessons teach me, or else I'm going to have to relearn them again, and they're too painful to have to go through again. Literally, it was the hardest because I've known these people for way longer than the second group, but it's kind of like having these really bad behaviors of letting people walk all over me and, you know, having these behaviors that you want to change, but staying friends with the same people you've had those behaviors with, it's really hard to change the dynamic of the friend group. And I just thought it would be better if I just ended it right there because I was like, how do I turn it around and show that I'm having new growth? Like I'm having this self improvement era. Honestly, it just didn't seem like it was going to happen to me because these behaviors that I've cultivated of letting people do whatever and letting things roll how they go and pretending as if things that people say to me don't hurt me and pretending as if I don't really need a deep friendship. I could take a superficial friendship because I refuse to acknowledge things that are hurting me. Like it's not going to work like that. And I realized so that one was gone. And then later in the year, literally around October, happened again with another friend group. Usually, if I have a problem with people, I kind of just immediately cut everyone off and move about my life because I can't do 50-50. Like, I can't just like wade in the water and be like, it's okay, just like don't do it again because I'm very comfortable with the idea that people are going to do things again. They are going to do things again. I'm not very keen on people changing. Um, against my better judgment, literally told myself, I was like, it's really not worth doing this. But a little part of me was like, I don't really have any other friends outside of this group. So should I be really rash and just cut everyone off? At first, I was like, no, I'll just see if I can like work it out afterwards. And I'm thinking, okay, I let my things be known. Let's make sure it doesn't happen again. Literally the night after this, like I'm being asked for clarification just for it to blow up again the next day. And I was like, you know what? I told myself I was like, there was no point in doing it. There was no point in all of this. I told myself I should have just deaded it in the beginning, but I didn't. And it came to bite me back in my ass. So, second group, done so. Honestly, those were the biggest events of my 2025, and I think it's taught me to trust myself. Trust is not something that I have that much in myself. I was really led to believe that I should be listening to everyone but me because every single decision I make is eerily always wrong and it's always going to end up in a very, very bad situation, which is not always true. But, if you condition someone to think that they're not going to be able to trust themselves, it's not like I wanted this to happen. No one wants to have no friends, quote unquote, because I have friends here and there. There's just no more like groups. I just feel like my time and energy will be better placed elsewhere. Going on to my next lesson is that I wanted to pour into myself the way I was pouring into other people. I think a lot of the time people hurt me way more than they think because I'm doing all this extra side questing things for other people. Small things that I don't know how to express in words, but if you really do love someone, you're making sure that they are comfortable and their needs are being met in whatever way possible. And I was always there. I was always making sure that I was doing what I believed I should be doing as a friend. There would just be like a disconnect. And I can only blame myself for that. It's very difficult for me to express what the issue is sometimes, but things like staying up on the phone until 3 in the morning is something I was doing regularly. Like, my sleep schedule is fucked. Well, it was. I'm kind of fixing it now. But before, it used to be so screwed up because I would take time to talk to my friends overnight because, as you get older, there's not that much time during the day to say hello to all your friends and, you know, keep up with your connections because people have things to do. Fair. But instead of going to sleep, because obviously that was an option, I was not. I was making sure that my friends were seeing my face, I'm acknowledging their presence, and obviously I wanted to talk to them too. But those are things that I would do for other people, and I wasn't doing for myself. There was literally extra shit that I could have been doing for myself, and I would never make that effort. Only for other people. Like, I was some rat on the stream. I could not care less. I did not I did not give that much time and attention to myself. I've never. Like, it's things like that that make you realize, losing people is not the end of the world because there's always somewhere that you can improve on. Instead of wasting time on the phone, I've, you know, picked up hair, picked up clothes, makeup, studied more. I passed all my classes. Thank you. Passed all my classes for the fall semester. Like, you would make empty promises to yourself. There's always something that you would want to improve on. And saying it out loud is like a promise to yourself. When you do not make time for that particular thing that you literally said that you were going to do, it's like breaking a promise to yourself. Therefore, not trusting yourself. Like, yeah, I'll pick that up later. I'll do this later, X, Y, and Z later, and then forget all about it. You're breaking your own heart. Basically, you're breaking your own heart. And I told my therapist this, like, I really want to start trusting myself. I think just listening to my own voice and making sure that I know that my voice has power is one way that I'm going to fix this issue. So, in whatever you do, if you're telling yourself, oh, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, go ahead and make sure you do it. Like I'm making this video right now. Exactly. I focused on so much of the bad this year, I didn't even focus on what went right this year. After all of that, and realizing that I need to focus more on myself and my achievements, I got an internship. I fully changed my major and transferred colleges. And I did like a runway show at my college. These are just things I wouldn't have done if for not like these circumstances. I just feel like when push came to shove, I ended up choosing myself, and not only just social settings, but really stepping up to the plate and being like, this is my life. I need to make the appropriate decisions to get myself to X place. I knew I did not want to be a PA, a doctor, a nurse, and I was doing bio. I was doing human bio. Make it make sense. Like, it was always out of fear that I was remaining where I was. If I didn't have these friends, who would I talk to? If I wasn't doing this major, would my parents still fuck with me? But I needed to drill into my head, no matter what happens, I still have myself. And literally, it's always going to be like that. There's no guaranteed path to keep everyone around you and still do the same thing that you want to do. I've always been this kind of person since I've been growing up. Like just having people around me has been enough. Like I've always wanted people to like me and I always want people around me. I always want to feel wanted in circles. But it's like, do you even want yourself because of how badly I just neglect myself? People don't operate like that. People come and go. People stick around if there's something of worth of value they see in you. But I'm having to teach myself that forget about everybody else. I need to focus on myself. I need to know what's going on in my life because I don't want to end up graduating or 5 years down the line and realize maybe I should have taken that leap of faith way back when, and now I feel like I've just wasted my whole life. Because one thing about me, I do not like feeling like I'm stuck somewhere. So when that moment of, damn, I need to go, when it comes, I literally take it and run with it. Like, I need to get a move on because I work in like bursts of energy. If I am realizing this is not the place for me, this is not where I want to be, X, Y, and Z, something that is not good, and I don't fuck with it, I have to go.
I have to go.
I'm really excited for it to start, and I feel like it's taking forever. When you anticipate something, that's when it starts slowing down, and it's not here yet. So, I'm very excited to make more videos over my winter break, actually, for the whole year, because that's one of my new goals to continue making videos. Oh no, I have my AirPods in. I am so down for new experiences and doing things that I told myself I was going to do and haven't done yet. These are feelings that I really want to nurture. Parts of me that are like screaming and begging to be understood. I want to learn about them.